And welcome back to Lantern Corp video. And today's video comes to us, or is brought to you by Moonstar, who asked the question, what Lantern Corp does Wolverine belong into? So when I'm looking over Wolverine, there's actually quite a few options for Wolverine. Now, I want to get a couple of the ones that he's not going to qualify for out of the way. I'm not going to say them all, because that would just spoil all the ones I think he qualify for. But right off the bat, I'm going to go more or less over the ones that he has a footing in, but his other emotions are just override that little bit of emotional connection. Life, even though he's alive, he's died several times. His healing factor could give him an edge, but he's killed so many people that I think that kind of already 86s him from life in terms of qualification for that core. Likewise, compassion and hope. They're both emotions that Wolverine has shown he's shown he's capable of. Wolverine, when you really break it down, has shown, or almost runs the entire gamut here of the emotional spectrum. He has those emotions. Unfortunately, his level of hope and the level of hope he inspires, I think, is just outweighed by some of the other ones we're about to get to. And the same can be considered for compassion. It's not his strongest trait. So going down the list right now, right off the bat, Wolverine has died multiple times. He has come back multiple times. Ergo, he can qualify for a Black Lantern ring. Now, is that the ring that he qualifies, or the corp that he qualifies for the most? We'll get to that when we get to it. I'll say, though, he's qualifies for it. He completely 100% qualifies for that. Will is another one that he also can qualify for. Wolverine's willpower is immense, able to take God knows how much punishment and pain and keep on ticking. And that takes a lot of willpower. The ability to fight through pain requires a lot of willpower. Add on the fact that he's overcome great fear multiple times, either dealing with someone like Plasmius from just using the animated movies or animated series, for example. His own fears about his own mortality, things along those lines. He's overcome great fear many, many times. So Green Lantern Corps could definitely fit up his way. The obvious one, that wasn't the obvious one, but the Yellow Lantern Corps, I think, is another one that, Wolverine definitely could qualify for, because not only is he just a scary individual and has intimidated people on multiple occasions, he is worldwide renowned. He is renowned worldwide. Like, people know him. He has got a reputation. He's known by the criminal underworld. Multiple villains fear him. Multiple groups fear him. Multiple people fear him. He is a scary dude, and fear could fit right up his alley. And last but not least, one of the obvious ones anyone will go with is the Red Lantern Corps of Rage. Wolverine, his berserker rage, his animal instincts, they all carry over. It's clearly something that is always with him on some level. So Red could easily be a qualification for him. But now that we got all the big four out of the way, and that's almost half of the Lantern Corps that he could have qualified for. And that's not even factoring in the whole ultraviolet lanterns, which they're still too new. We still don't know if shame is ultimately what powers them. So I don't use them at this point. But the question becomes, which Lantern Corps of these four that he could theoretically all qualify for, does he qualify for the most? And to do that, we're going to we're going to go bit by bit of each one, basically just going down the list of the ones he won't qualify for to reveal which one he ultimately qualifies for. And I think the one we first got to axe off is the Green Lantern Corps. Wolverine definitely could qualify for the Green Lanterns. It's not a question of if he could qualify. It's about could he keep a ring? I don't think he could. Not because his will isn't powerful, and not because they didn't 86 that whole killing thing. I just think his foothold and the other emotions are stronger. Like, his willpower is extremely immense, and he'd probably be a very good Green Lantern. It's just that when you really look at the qualifications for the other three, I think those are just things that fit him more than the Green Lantern Corps. But let's also break this down. Let's also be clear about this before I continue. He could qualify for any one of these corps, I think. He's a legitimate candidate for any one of these. But if all four of these rings suddenly appeared, which one goes to him and which one gets to him first and which one actually latches on? That's the question. I think Green ultimately doesn't fit him. And by that I mean it's just not a core that That's the best way, but they're a little too goody two shoes. They're also beat cops, and that's just not something Wolverine doesn't like to be tied down in that sense, like having that kind of duty. He's been part of teams all the time, so that's not something he's against in that sense. But in terms of the overall duty, he has to leave Earth, things along those lines. I don't think he'd want to do that. So he'd probably be better off with one of the other corps. The next one, I don't think he would. Next one, I think he qualifies for the least, and it isn't technically in order how I'm doing this. Is the Black Lantern Corps. Now, technically, this should be the one that should be a no-brainer. He's already died. He's died multiple times. He's not dead currently, but he's died multiple times. So she should, by all accounts, this should be his core. But strong emotion, they're basically, the way Black Lantern rings work is they actually completely rob you of your free will. It's almost not even worse than how the Ultraviolet Lanterns. Ultraviolet Lanterns are more of a hive mentality, whereas the Lantern Corps, you're just a drone. You are subservient to the controller of the Black Lantern rings. And Wolverine has been mind controlled before, but because he's been mind controlled before, he's not a fan of it and therefore is resistant to mind control. I mean, he's not immune to it. He's still been controlled, but he's a lot more resistant now than he ever has been. And I think that would play a big factor in this. Add on to the fact that seeing it, I don't think Wolverine, because the rings do stop momentarily. Let's just use, James Howlett of Earth, Earth sector, blah blah blah. You have shown to be able to overcome great fear or have great willpower. Welcome to the Green Lanterns. Or you have shown great rage in your heart. Welcome to the Red Lanterns. All the rings do that, and the Black Lantern ring would be no exception. And because I don't think Wolverine would accept the Black Lantern ring. If he saw this thing coming, it stopped and says, "You death." What will crap? Give me a second. What is the line for the Black Lantern course? Rise. Yeah, rise. Black Lantern resurrecting a new member. Okay, so there's other terms too, because you might just say rise. And I don't think, again, Black Lantern would definitely be, if Wolverine was willing to accept it, this would probably be his most likely Lantern Corps. But because of the nature of it, because of how it looks, because of how it acts, because of all that, I think Wolverine would actually reject this Lantern ring. So I can't go Black Lantern. Now we break it down really to, is it a Yellow Lantern ring that he falls, or the Yellow Lantern course that he falls under most of the time, or is it the Red Lantern course that he falls under most of the time? And we got to break that down really by what is stronger, the amount of rage Wolverine holds in his heart, in his soul, in his being, or the amount of fear that he ultimately inspires among the world, among the villains, among, hell, even civilians. And this might seem like I'm going against the grain here. Between the two, I actually think Yellow is more likely for Wolverine than Rage. Now, you may ask yourself, well, how the hell is that possible? You got the Berserker Rage. You got his Anti-Feral Instincts. The thing is, with the Red Lantern Corps, you need to basically be in a constant state of anger. You need to continually hold on to that rage. That's why you have great rage in your heart. Or you need to be raging at a moment that a Red Lantern ring is coming by you. Wolverine, for all of his rage, he's not constantly angry. He's not a being of rage. He is more just of an animal of a primal rage, but that rage subsides after a time. His rage is never truly gone, but really it's only in combat when he's real. I mean, yeah, he's known to fly off the handles every now and then, but he's also known to really keep hold his patience too. He's known to be patient as well because he's over 200 years old, so that amount of time has allowed him to experience life, take things as they come. So he's knows how to keep his rage in check, specifically when he's not in combat. When not in combat, Wolverine, yeah, he can get angry, but any of us can get angry. Just because I get angry sometimes doesn't mean I'd qualify for a Red Lantern ring. So when Wolverine's not raging out in battle, there's not really a reason a Red Lantern ring would go up. Not to say that his feral rage isn't technically still there. It's just kept in check. And you could still make the argument that, yes, it's kept the check, but it's still there. But that's the difference, I think, between the Yellow Lanterns and the Red Lantern, is that Wolverine isn't always in a constant state of anger. In fact, most of the time, he's actually pretty mellowed out. I mean, maybe he might be grumpy and stuff like that, but he's usually a pretty hospitable guy. But no matter what, Wolverine's reputation always will exist. With the things he's done, the people he's killed, the enemies he's made, the people he's instilled fear in, that all remains whether Logan is the Wolverine or if he's Logan or if he's James Howlett or if he's Weapon X. It doesn't matter where, when, why, how, who. It doesn't matter what. That all still remains the same. So I actually think because fear is just more persistent than rage. Rage is fleeting. Fear is lingering. And I think that's the big difference right here, is the fact that Wolverine's rage comes and goes. The fear he's inspired stays around. And fear can theoretically last forever, no matter, depending on who you are, what you've done in your history. There's still people who are afraid of Hitler, and he's been dead for God knows how long now. So I honestly think, and it also helps that I think the yellow just goes with his outfit better. So, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He'd probably look good as he probably wouldn't look good as a Green Lantern, because it probably would turn, the way Wolverine's suit would probably end up turning colors. The yellow part would more likely, when he turned into a Green Lantern, turn green while that still stays blue. So that would probably not look very good. Although the blue and green can go well together. So it probably wouldn't look that bad. So, Black Lantern, we honestly know what a Black Lantern black suit looks like on Logan. We've seen it with Weapon X, so whatever. The Red Lantern Corps. Now that one's interesting, because that could theoretically change this into red and that blue. Oof. That'd be an interesting color scheme of Wolverine. It's red and blue go together just fine. They just, on Wolverine's suit, especially if you inverted it. Otherwise, turn the blue red and you got your red and yellow. Ugh. Okay, that'd be ugly. But the yellow, really, his yellow would probably be a bit more vibrant, and he'd probably just get the symbol. That's really all. It just blends with his outfit a lot better. So ultimately, I actually think it's yellow. But red is the closest second, then followed by black, and then followed by green. But what do you think? Do you think Wolverine belongs in any of the Lantern Corps I just went over, or do you think that he belongs in a different Lantern Corps? After all, I didn't go over Avarice or Love at all. Avarice, honestly, when you really break down, Wolverine has many traits, many emotional traits. Green really has never been one of them. Not really. And love, we know Wolverine's capable of loving. It's just not the thing that motivates him. At least not for the most part. And certain issues, like his love for Jean or Mariko or something like that, that's motivated him on certain volumes and certain stories. But that's a fleeting motivation. So I don't think I can qualify him from love. But ultimately, yeah, my money goes on the Yellow Lanterns. What do you think in the comments below? Let me know. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I got 2 what ifs. I know I can get one done. I'm going to see if I'm feeling up to getting both of them done so I'm completely caught up. Till then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.